Hello everyone, welcome to the Math Lab. From today onwards, we are going to start class 7 Maths class. So today's chapter is integer. We are discuss only about NCERT syllabus. So first chapter in class 7 is chapter 1 integers. Today's video is basically an introduction video. So let's get started. In this introduction video, we can learn natural numbers and whole numbers, then integers, then representation of integers on number line, addition and subtraction rule, properties of addition and multiplication, then zero property, and at the last absolute value. So all this we will cover in this video. So let's start. In class 6, we have learned natural numbers, whole number. So what is the natural number? Natural number means counting numbers. Counting numbers. Counting number means some numbers, which numbers we are used for counting any object. That's are called counting numbers. And counting number means natural numbers. For example, how many vertical lines are there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from which number we can start to count? 1. That means natural number started from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So natural number is also denoted as the letter n. N equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. In the universe, there is no largest natural numbers. But if the question is smallest natural numbers, yes, that is the 1 is the smallest natural numbers. That means greater or largest natural numbers we cannot define. And the smallest natural number one, because from 1 the natural number started. So smallest natural number is 1. So in this way, we can also define whole numbers. What is whole number? If we add 0 before natural numbers, that means 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, then we get whole numbers. Whole number started from 0 and whole number is denoted by capital W. So the greatest or largest whole numbers we cannot define, because in the universe there is no greatest or largest whole numbers or natural numbers. And the question is, what is the smallest or least whole numbers? That is 0. That means largest whole numbers we cannot define. And the smallest whole numbers, that is 0. Clear? Fine. Then what is integers? Integer is positive natural numbers, and negative natural numbers and 0. So integers is a collection of positive natural numbers, negative natural numbers and 0 is called a integer. So -4 ... -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. This is the collection of integers because these are the -4, -3, -2, -1. That means left side of 0, all numbers are called negative natural numbers. And right side of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are called positive natural numbers. This collection of positive and negative natural number including 0 are called integer. Integer is denoted by capital Z. Clear? That means these are the negative natural numbers and these are the positive natural numbers. And 0 is an integer, but 0 neither negative nor positive. 0 is integer, or you can call nuclear. Zero is neither negative nor positive integer. 0 is neither negative nor positive integer. 0 is an integer, but it is neither natural numbers. 0 is neither negative natural number nor positive natural number. It is only an integer. So the collection of positive natural number, negative natural numbers and integer 0 is called a integer. Clear? Now representation of integers on a number line. So how to represent some integers on a number line? First we will understand what is number line. Number line is a line which consists of all integers. That means each line consists of positive natural number, negative natural number, 0. That line is called a number line. So number line is drawn like that. This symbol is denoted. This arrow symbol is defined that it is undefined. We cannot define, there is no limitation. We can extend this line in this way, same as we can extend this line on the left hand side also. So middle 0, we know right side of 0, all the positive natural numbers belongs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And the left hand side of 0, all the negative natural numbers belong. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. Clear? So question is how to represent suppose -4 and here 6. How to represent -4 and 6 on a number line. How to represent -4? -4 is a positive or negative integer? Obviously, -4 is a negative natural number. Negative natural number means when you go left side of 0, you can find the negative natural numbers. So where is -4? This. 1, 2, 3, 4. -4. This is in this way we can plot -4 on a number line. Same as 6. 6 is a positive natural number. So we will go to the right hand side of 0. So there is 6. So 6 is here. So in this way we can plot or represent any positive or negative natural numbers, that is integers, on a number line. Clear? Next, addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction rule. we can see that some rules on our NCERT book, that is plus plus plus, plus minus minus, minus plus, minus 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 plus. So right now I am going to share 3 simple tricks how to remember these rules very easily. So trick number 1 is same sum. That means, same means if the sign of both the integers are same, then we can find their sum. Here is both the sign of both the integers are same, plus plus same. That means we can find their sum. And the fourth rule also, minus minus. Here is also the sign of both the integers are same. That's why we can find their sum. Clear? And the trick number 2 is difference. What is the meaning? If the sign of both the integers are different, then we can find their difference. Difference means minus, sum means we can find plus, addition can do their addition, and difference means we can find their subtraction. So same as second and third rule, the sign of both the integers are different. That's why we can find their difference. So just we need to remember same sum, same, if the sign of both the integers are same, then we can find their sum. And trick number 2, difference. If the sign of both the integers are different, then we can find their difference. Clear? Very easy. And the trick number 3, put the sign of greatest integer. That means, let's take an example. After that we can very easily understand the trick number 3. So first example, suppose 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5. Everybody know how to add or addition. But here we can just remember, we think about these types of rules or these types of tricks. Tricks is the sign of both the integers are same. Here same. Then we can find their sum. 6 plus 5, 11. So next example is 6 minus 5. Here both the sign of both the integers are different. Then we can find their difference. Means 6 minus 5, 1. Up to that it is very easy. But if the question is minus 6 plus 5, see, the sign of both the integers are different, because this is minus, this is plus 5. Then that means this is different sign. Both the integers have different sign. That means we can find their difference. Means 6 minus 5. Minus, I think about that, 6 minus difference. You can find their difference. 6 minus 5, 1. Now we can apply the trick number 3. What is the trick number 3? Put the sign of greatest integers. Who is the greatest integers? 6 and in between 6 and 5. Who is the greatest? Obviously 6. So before 6, which sign is? Plus or minus? Minus. So simply we put minus here on the result. If I take next example, minus 6 minus 5. See, both the integer sign are different or same. The sign of both the integers are same, because this is minus 6, this is minus 5. Both the sign is same. Same means sum. We can find their sum. 6 plus 5 11. And what is the sign? Put the sign of greatest number. Trick number 3 we can apply. What is the greatest? 6. Before 6 which sign? Minus, and simply add minus sign. Now we can apply this trick number 3 on the first and second example. See, who is the greatest? 6. Before 6 nothing means plus sign, that's why this is plus. Here 6 is greatest, nothing means plus, that's why it is plus. Simply we can just put your mind same sum, different difference, and put the sign of greatest integer. That's all. Okay. Now next, go to the properties. Here two types of properties we can learn: additional property and multiplication property. Additional property means there are three types of additional property: closure property, commutative property, associative property. Closure property means A plus B equals to C, where A means a integer, B means also a integer, C, it is also a integer. That means if we add two integers, then we get a integer. That is simply 6 plus 3, we get 9. Here 6 is an integer, 3 is also integer, equals to 9. 9 is also integer. This is the closure property of additional property. So commutative property. Commutative property is A plus B equals to B plus A. It is also called replacement. Replacement means replaced. A plus B equals to B plus A. For example, 3 plus 2 equals to, we can write 2 plus 3. Just the place of the individual integers we can replace. 3 plus 2. Let's take 3 plus 2, we know 5. Here is 2 plus 3. You can find 2, 5. So both this property is satisfied. A plus B equals to B plus A. What is associative property? Associative property means regrouping. Regrouping. For example, so first A plus, what is a regrouping means? A plus B plus C equals to A plus B plus C. See, first in this equation, first in left hand side we take A plus B plus C. B plus C we can put in a bracket, but you can regroup in how could I regroup? A plus B. Now A plus B in a group bracket and plus C outside the bracket. That means A plus B plus C equals to, we can regroup A plus B plus C. This is the associative property. For example, 5 plus 2 equals to plus, and also another integer we can take 2 plus 3. Okay, 5 plus 2 plus 3 equals to, you can write 5 plus 2 plus 3. Here 5 means A, plus B means 2, plus C means here 3. So what is the associative property? A plus B, that means in a bracket we can take 5 plus 2 plus 3. Okay. So let's check this property is satisfied or not. 2 plus 3, we know they are in an equation when bracket is included, we always first we do the bracket work. Means 2 plus 3 we can find. 2 plus 3 is 5. Then 5 plus 2 means 7 plus 3. So in the left hand side we can find 5 plus 5, 10, and right hand side we can find 7 plus 3, 10. That means this property is satisfied. Clear? Next is multiplication property. Here 4 types of multiplication property: closure, commutative, associative and distributive. One extra property is added in this multiplication property. Closure, commutative, associative and distributive. Closure means same. When we multiply two integers, we get a integer. That means A into B equals to C, where A, B and C are integers. For example, 7 into 4 equal to 4 7s are 28, where 7 is an integer, 4 is also integer and the result 28 is also a integer. So we multiply two integers, we get a integer. This is the closure property of multiplication. Commutative, same. A into B equals to, we can write B into A, where A, B are integers. For example, 5 plus 3, 5 into 3, 5 multiply 3 equals to, we can write 3 into 5. Let's check this property is satisfied or not. 5 into 3, 15. 3 into 5, 15 we can get. So this commutative property is satisfied. What is the commutative property of multiplication? A into B equals to B into A. Associative means regrouping. Here is 3 integers we can use. So A into B into C equals to, we can write A into B into C. Regrouping. We can regroup these integers, these 3 integers. For example, 7 into 2 into 5 equals to, we can write A into B. A means 7, into B means 2, into C means 5. That means, let's check it is satisfied or not. 7 into 2 into 5. That means, in bracket 2 into 5 means 5 2 are 10. And here 7 into 2 means 14 into 5. 7 into 10, 70. 14 into 5, this is also 70. That means this associative property is satisfied. What is the associative property of multiplication? A into, in bracket, B into C equals to, in bracket, A into B into C. Now distributive property. Distributive property we can discuss here. Distributive property of multiplication. What is the distributive property? Distributive property means distribution by multiplication over addition. That means A into B plus C equals to, we can write A into B plus A into C. Distribution by multiplication over addition. What is the distribution? Multiplication over addition. That means the outer part of first bracket, what is the integer? A. That means first we multiply first integer to the second integer, then the addition sign, then first integer multiply to with the third integer. That means A into B plus A into C. A into B plus A into C. First integer multiplied with second integer, then plus first integer multiplied with third integer. First time first integer multiply, then plus sign, then first integer multiply with third integer. Clear? This is the distributive property of multiplication. Let's take example. Suppose 3 into 5 plus 2. Let's take. So first integer multiplied with second, that means 3 into 5 within a bracket. Then addition sign. Then within a bracket, first integer multiplied with the third integer, that means 3 into 2. 3 into 5, 15 plus 3 into 6, 3 into 2, 6. That means 15 plus 6, what is 21. Let's take left hand side also. 3. So bracket work, we can first do 5 plus 2, 7. And 3 7 jump 21. That means 21 equals to 21. Left hand side equals to right hand side. This property is satisfied. What is the property again? First integer multiplied with second, then plus first integer multiplied with the third. First third. First second plus first third. After the zero property. What is a zero property? Zero property means here we can see that zero, what is the role zero can play with addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. That means zero. If we addition, when first we check on addition. When an integer, suppose 5 plus 0. 0 is added with their integer, then we can find same integer. The integer may be positive natural number or negative natural number. That does not matter. If I take negative natural number or negative natural number is also called integer, minus 7 plus 0, then we get the same natural number. Same. We get same integer. So zero property of addition is when 0 is added with any integer, we get the same integer. If we change the place, suppose we change 0 plus 5, then same integer we get. 0 plus minus 7 minus plus minus minus, that means we get minus 7. We get minus 7. That means 0 is when 0 is added with any integer, positive or negative, we get the same integer. Now check subtraction. When 0 is subtracted from any integer, then we get, that means all you can say when any integer subtracted from 0 or 0 is subtracted from any integer. In both way we can check. First let's take a integer 8 positive minus 0, we get 8. Same integer we get. If I take negative integer, take minus 5 minus 0, that's why this time also we get the same integer. But when we subtract from 0, when we subtract an integer from 0, that means 0 minus 8, that time we get the minus 8. Why? See, that is why we apply, here is why apply the trick number 1, 2, 3. Trick number 1, 2, 3. What is the trick number 1? If the sign of both the integers are same, then we take their sum. If the sign of both the integers are different, then we take their difference. And the trick number 3, put the sign of the greatest integer. See, in this two integers, the sign of the two integers are different. This is plus, this is minus, different. That's why we take their difference, 8. Fine. Now, what is the sign before 8? Minus. Why? Because who is the greatest, 0 or 8? Which integer is greatest? Obviously 8. So, before 8, which sign is there? Minus. That's why it is minus. Clear? Now, let's take another example. Suppose 0 minus negative integer we take minus 4. Okay. Now, how do I do this, solve this problem? 0. Clear? Now, minus minus we know plus 4, and 0 plus 4 we know any integer when add with 0, then we get a same integer, that means 4. 0 plus 4. Clear? So here what things we need to remember that we can apply when 0 minus 8, that means when an integer subtracted from 0, that means 0 minus 8 equals to, we can apply the trig number 2 and 3. That means which first we compare what we need to do, sum or difference. Yes, their sign of different, that means we find their difference, that's why 8. Now we compare that which is the greatest, 8. So before greatest number what sign is there? Minus, that's why we put minus sign. Clear? And here 0 minus minus, because we need to open the bracket, because this is the bracket sign, minus minus plus, and when any integer add with 0, then we get a same integer. Multiplication. When 0 is multiplied with any integer, then we get, suppose 11 into 0, we get 0. Any integer, when any integer multiply with 0, then we get always 0. If we take negative integer, suppose minus 9 into 0 equals to 0. Okay, so this is the rule, is we get 0. We get 0. Clear? When 0 is multiplied with any integer, positive or negative, we get 0. Division. Now see, in division, when our integer, suppose 12 divided by 0, then we get, which number we get? We cannot define. When this is the fraction form, we know numerator and denominator. When denominator is 0, then we cannot, the result is infinity. We cannot define, or you can write infinity. Infinity. When the denominator is 0 and numerator is any negative or positive integer, whatever, but the denominator is 0, then the result is infinity. We cannot find the result. But when 0 divided by, suppose minus 8, here 0 divided by minus 8, here numerator is 0 but denominator is minus 8. That means the result is 0. 0 divided by any integer, then we get 0. Okay. Now if an integer divided by 1, then we get the same integer. The integer, any positive or negative, suppose minus 4 divided by 1, we get same integer, same integer. When integer divided by 1, when integer divided by 1, when an integer divided by 1, then we get the same integer. Clear? But when 1 by 6, that is, but when 1 by 6, this is a fraction. Okay. 1 by minus 3, the result is minus 1 by 3. This is also a fraction. Okay. So integer, any integer divided by 1, then we get the same integer, positive or negative, same integer. But when 1 is divided by any integer, when 1 is divided by any integer, then we get a fraction. Okay, positive or negative integer we can get. That means if we when 1 is divided by a positive integer, we get a positive fraction. When 1 is divided by a negative integer, then we get a negative fraction. Simple. Now we go to the last point, that is absolute value. What is the absolute value? Absolute value means distance a number and 0. That means when we draw a number line, this is 0, and the right hand side we get the positive integers, and left hand side of 0 we get negative integers. So absolute value of any number is distance this number and 0. Suppose absolute value of 3, that means 0 to 3. What is the distance of 0 to 3? 3 unit. That means the absolute value of 3 is the distance between 0 to that integer. Clear? And this absolute value is denoted by this vertical line. For example, find the absolute value minus 3. Minus 3 is our negative integer. Minus 3. Okay. So the distance between 0 and minus 3 is 3. Absolute value are always positive. One thing is important. Absolute value of any integer are positive. That means minus 3. The question is find the absolute value of minus 3. And absolute value of any integer denoted by this 2 vertical line. Okay. This is the symbol. So minus 3, the absolute value of minus 3 equals to 3. Why? Because the absolute value are always positive. So 3 minus 3, the absolute value of minus 3 is always 3. What is the absolute value? The distance between the given integer and the 0 to the given integers. So if I take any positive integer, suppose 5. Find the absolute value of 5. This is 5 because absolute value of any integers are positive. Clear? This. Thank you for watching this video.